Hello and welcome to another video with me, Ryan the Dogman, as always. And today we're going to cover advantage and disadvantage. Now, you can't see the text properly up there, but disadvantage and disadvantage in 5th edition D&D. So we're looking at the PHV, the page 173. Now, this was covered today or yesterday in the Dragon Talk podcast. I've got my dice. I've got my dice tray here. And we're just going to cover advantage and disadvantage with luck in consideration. Now, very briefly, disadvantage and advantage allows you to roll 2d20s, and advantage means that you take the highest. So in this case, I have a 12, and a 19. So advantage means that you would take these two rolls and you would take the higher one. Add your modifiers, and that would be your end result. Disadvantage means that with the same roll, you would take the lower. So in this case, it's a 12 plus your modifiers, and that's what you would take. Now, this is where it becomes a little bit tricky with some people understanding about the feat luck. So as your character progresses, you can take a point improvement, or you could take a feature, depending on if your DM is that way inclined. I am one of those people that are allowed to take feats because, it shouldn't always be about numbers. Some people like min-max, and it just depends on your group. Now, as a DM, I would only allow one person within the group to take the lucky feature. Now, the lucky feature you can find on page 167 down here. And rules as written says that, I'll give you the fluff, you have incredible luck that seems to kick in at the right moment. You have 3 luck points. Whenever you make an attack roll, an ability check, a saving throw, you can spend 1 luck point to re-roll an additional d20. You can choose to spend one of your luck points after you roll the die, but before the outcome is determined, which is very important. You can choose which of the d20s is used for the attack roll or ability check or saving throw. You can spend 1 luck point when you make an attack roll against you, roll a d20, then choose whether the attacker uses their roll or yours. If more than one creature spends a luck point to influence the outcome of the roll, the points cancel each other out and no additional dice are rolled. You gain your additional luck points when you finish a long rest. Okay, so you gain these every day or after every long rest. So at the end of every long rest. So when wizards get their spells back, etc., etc. So personally, I would only allow one person to take the lucky feature because it gives them a nuance into the game. So with that being said, let's cover the lucky. So advantage and disadvantage. So a roll. Say I've got an advantage on this roll, I would have a 7 and a 9. Right. So hasn't been determined the outcome of this roll yet, but I decide maybe actually I have advantage, so I take the 9. Actually, I want to push my luck a little bit further. What I'll do is I'll spend one of my luck points and actually come out with a 16, which I'm a lot more thrilled about than the 9, but I choose out of the rolls, so now I've got 3 to choose from, so I have super advantage in comparison to what I had before by using my luck point. So I get to choose out of the dice that was rolled, which is very important because it's rules as written, which one I can take. So I can take the 16. So that's what I'm going to do, because I'm going to take that because I want to succeed. Okay, so that just makes sense, right? Disadvantage, though, this is where it becomes a little bit more theatrical. So this is a very good roll and an example. So I have a 4 and a 16. Now, nothing's been decided yet, but I'm going to say that because I have disadvantage, that would be my result of 4. Boo, don't want a 4. So I'm going to use my luck point. And I rolled a 2. Which is a very good example. Now, if I roll a 20, it would make sense. I would take the 20 because it's a crit, or something higher than a 16. If I got 19, I'd hit the 19. Quite obviously, I'd hit the 19. Now, I rolled a 2. A 2 is worse than what I rolled originally, I would take the 4. But it says, as rules as written, that you can choose out of the dice that was rolled what to take. Now, I choose to take the 16 because that was rolled at the same time as the 4 because I had disadvantage. Now, thematically, this makes sense because Lady Luck is on my side, and because I am at such disadvantage, and because I'm, fate has put me at this sort of, what's the lack of a better word without spending too time freezing, at such despair that Lady Luck has stepped in and said, I've got you, here, take it. Here's the die. Boom! To 2. Sucks. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take this 16. So even at disadvantage, I gain so much advantage. Now, this can be a little bit overpowered if you have everybody takes Lucky Feet at level 4. Instead of a bump or some other feature that's so inclined with their character. So I suggest only take one person to allow this to have this. Because they can also get, if you roll your dragon attack, boom, 5. They won't do that, but, 18, they can, force you to re-roll and they take it, blah, 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 blah. So, I hope this covers the lucky feature for the characters. I didn't want to drag this on too long, so I'm not sure about the pacing. So if you think that, you want to see more videos like this, then feel free to send me a message or comment in this video, and I'll be more than happy to do so. So yeah. Also, I got this new set of metal dice. They're really nice. You could hear the weight in the video. From D & Dice, metallic dragon. They're on Facebook. You can find them. There'll be a link in there. If I've got a link, I'll put it down in there somewhere at the bottom. But alas, don't want to drag this too long because I'm overconscious about me blabbering on. Blah, blah, blah. So this is me, Ryan, the Dorkman, as always, and I'll see you in the next video. As always, be safe, be kind to each other, and please play more games because life is too short in this day and age. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.